Hello, my name is Erik Segelbaum, and I'm an advanced sommelier, which is just a fancy way of saying that I've spent a lot of my life studying wine so that you don't have to. I thought today we might explore the effects of wood on wine. While the most important element of a wine is grapes, of course, there is another significant influencer on how some wines might taste and smell, and that is, you guessed it, wood. Now, wood can have a number of impacts on the way a wine tastes, the way a wine smells, even the body and the mouthfeel of the wine. Many types of wood are used, in fact. Acacia, chestnut, this is especially common in Barolo, which is a wine from Piedmont, Italy, but the number one wood that is by far used the world over in wine is, you guessed it, oak. So there are two main types of oak that are most commonly used in the global winemaking community: French oak and American oak. Now there are plenty of other types, Slovenian, Hungarian, etc., but most commonly we're talking about French and American. So what is the difference? Well, it all comes down to the tightness or looseness of the wood grain. French oak has a much tighter wood grain versus American oak, which has a looser wood grain. What this means is that in the same size barrel, there's a greater concentration of wood to wine in the American oak, and therefore it imparts a more intense flavor. So what are the flavors of oak? Well, French oak indicators include vanilla pod, baking spice, clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. Okay, American oak indicators, this includes vanillin, that's like the artificial vanilla flavor. It also includes mocha, coconut, even dill. Yeah, dill. All right, so in order to impart that flavor, the barrels first must be toasted, and this is to remove the bitter, green, and sap notes. If you've ever broken a twig off of a tree and had that sort of green, sappy smell, it wouldn't be very desirable in a wine. By toasting the barrel, that all goes away. The darker and stronger the toast, the more flavor will come in from the barrel. Another element of this is the time. The longer a wine spends in barrel, the more intense the wood flavors will be, and therefore that intensity will translate into a stronger wood impression in the wine. Another factor that will impact the wine and the flavor is how new the barrel is. So first use barrels have the most flavor potential to give. Second and third use barrels, a little bit less so, and by the time you get to roughly about fifth or sixth use, the barrel is basically a neutral vessel. By that I mean it's really not imparting any flavor anymore. Look, barrels can be very, very expensive. American oak starts at about $700 a barrel, and French oak starts at about $1,300 a barrel. Therefore, some wineries have found some clever and creative alternatives to barrels, and this includes adding either oak staves or wood chips to a wine that's in a tank. Now, these alternatives give some of the wood flavors, but they definitely don't do the same job as barrel aging. They're just a lot more economical. But don't worry, it's all filtered out, so you don't have to worry about having bits of wood in your wine. Now, as you can see, there are a tremendous set of factors pertaining to wood that can influence really everything about the taste of a finished wine. The type of wood, where it's from, how heavy or light the toast is, how long the wine spends in the barrel, how new or used that barrel is, are chips or staves added. You get the idea. But hey, let's leave all that complex stuff to the winemakers. All you and I need to do is have a drink. Cheers. All right, so you've heard about the effects of oak on wine, but there's no better way to really understand the topic than by taste, and Herzog makes it really easy for you with their variation series, both an American oak and French oak finished wine, so you can taste Cabernet Sauvignon that comes from the same vineyards, made it the same way at the same winery. The only difference is the oak usage. There's no better way to understand the topic than that. Enjoy.